Walt Mossberg, who's going to tell us all about a flash drive for devices that don't take flash drives. The mind boggles. Thanks for joining us, Walt. Tell us.
Well, thanks, Simon and Lauren. This is it. It's called the Air Stash, and if you look at it, it looks just like a flash drive, a little bit bigger than some, but it has a button here. And when you press this button, it creates a Wi-Fi network. You connect your iPad or your iPhone or your Kindle Fire or your Android device, whatever, anything that doesn't have a regular USB port, and the files that are on here show up. They can be, if it's a document, it can be viewed. Sometimes it can be edited depending on the app. If it's a movie or a TV show, it can be watched. Songs can be played. Photos can be viewed or transferred. And it works wirelessly.
Well, does this work on an airplane?
Well, I mean, yes, it does work on an airplane. I didn't test it on an airplane, but the company says it works on an airplane. Now, whether it conforms to the rules that the airlines have is a different story. But yes, it would work on an airplane. It would work on a in a car where you didn't have necessarily internet access. And the thing is that the storage, first of all, there's the transfer question. You know, people have been wanting to be an easier way to transfer files from their PCs and Macs to their iPads and iPhones and other devices. And secondly, you know, this comes with 8 gigabytes of memory. There's a model with 16. You can also pop the flash card out on the bottom and add an even bigger amount, and that can expand the storage you have on your portable device.
Right. Now, in terms of internet connectivity, you did note, though, that there is one drawback to the device.
Yeah,
and what is that?
There's actually 2 drawbacks.
Okay.
Because I do have to say that, in general, this did everything it was supposed to do, and it did some amazing things, which I'd like to tell you one in a second. But here are the drawbacks. One is price. It's $150 for the base 8 gigabyte unit, and that's, you know, that's a fairly stiff price for a drive. Granted, it's a special drive with Wi-Fi, but it's still a stiff price. But the big technical drawback is the way you do this is it creates a Wi-Fi network, then you connect your iPad or iPhone or Kindle Fire or whatever it is to that network. Once you do that, you can't be on the internet with your iPad or your whatever device it is at the same time. You're only connected to this and not to the internet. So they do have a fix coming, a new feature that they call Side Link that will be you know, pushed down to these devices. They say that will be, they're aiming for that to arrive next month. But I have to say, I'll just tell you one story. In my testing, I had this about 75 feet away from where I was testing a bunch of devices, and I was able to play 3 different full-length movies simultaneously, totally wirelessly, on one on an iPad, one on a Dell laptop, one on a Kindle Fire. All 3 different movies, all coming off this, no stuttering, no you know, breakup of the video stream. It was pretty cool.
That is pretty remarkable.
That is pretty remarkable. Walt, the $180 is a lot of money, and about $175 more than a lot of thumb drives out there. And in fact, some thumb drives are free. How fast before the prices start to drop to a level where it's just an obvious, you got to have this, $20, $30?
Well, first of all, it's $150 for the base, $180 for the step-up model. But your point is still correct, Simon. I don't know how fast, because I got to tell you, this is a true case of a small startup. The CEO of this company told me he has 3 people working for him, and that's it. It's in around Chicago somewhere. The thing is marketed and distributed by Maxell, which is a somewhat bigger company, but I assume the price drop would have to come through volume or through some greater purchasing power, which is also tied to volume and being able to buy whatever chips control the Wi-Fi. It's my assumption that the Wi-Fi piece is what drives the cost of this way above a normal a normal USB flash drive.
And the great news obviously about that is you won't lose that at the bottom of your trouser pocket. Anyway, we have to leave it there. Thank you very much, Walt Mossberg, the big W himself.